save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well, and I am so thankful that you have tuned in today for this special video. Okay, this is special to me. I know what's special about this. I'm trying to help you out. You, the consumer. Okay, the consumer, the collector. If you're into the 4Ks, the Blu-rays, the DVDs, the CDs, physical media in general. If you are the collector and you want to know what to look out for when some flipper or some character, okay, tries to take advantage of you as the consumer and tries to sell you a bootleg copy of something. Now listen, what I was gonna do is I ordered something, came in the mail. Matter of fact, it was this. This came in the mail, right? MVD copy of Ski Patrol, and I got it in the mail. Okay, after I purchased off eBay, I got it in the mail and I looked it over. Okay, and I'm like, okay, well. Comes with a slipcase cover. Slip cover is a little bit dirty, okay? And if you did watch the unboxing I did on this video, I pointed that out, that the slip cover was a little bit dirty, but I wasn't too worried because I'm not really a slip cover guy. You know, I'm like, slip cover come, slip cover go, whatever. I don't care. What I do care about is the media itself. Now, after taking the slip cover off, which the slip cover is 100% authentic, okay? This is the real deal slip cover. MVD, let's remember that, MVD, 100% authentic. I started doing a little noticing of the cover, okay? Started looking at the cover art. I started noticing that the color is a little bit off, okay? It was a little too red in certain areas, I started doing comparisons. What I actually did is I went on Google and I put in Ski Patrol images, Blu-ray images, and I started comparing my Blu-ray to the Blu-rays that were shown on Google. And I'm like, this is awfully reddish. Like, there's a lot of dot, like, I'm gonna try to get as close, you can, and I'll move it around a little bit. The colors are kind of bleeding into each other. Now, I will admit to you that I worked for almost 6 years at a print shop. I went to school, actually, for graphic arts. I actually graduated from high school with a degree or a certificate in graphic communication, which is graphic arts, which is printing, okay? So I happen to know that what bleeding and crop marks and all that, I know all of this information, okay? So even if you look at the back of this, you could barely tell the pictures of the people because they're kind of bleeding into each other. They're kind of blended together. This is what they call very bad printing, okay? This is a very, very poor attempt at a printing situation, okay? So whoever ran this probably ran this on some kind of inkjet printer, inkjet copy or whatever from a crappy original, okay? That's what I get from that, or they just couldn't get the colors right. But let's just leave it at that. So in my head, I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's give it the benefit because it does have a barcode, which is easy to print. Because literally, I could take this thing right now, and I could go like this and pull this out. And you can also see the glossy. Look at that. You see it? Okay. Yeah, that's not an official cover. Okay. I will show you this because I've been doing little comparison things here. And I did not order another Ski Patrol, but I do have my Jack Frost MVD title. And I do have my Swamp Thing title, which I always buy stuff in plastic. That was the weird plastic sound you got there. And if I was to take the cover out of this, as you see, there is no gloss. There is no gloss on that cover, okay? This is high gloss cover. So whoever printed it out on high gloss paper to try to make it look like it was some kind of professionally made thing. But we won't stop at that. So let's just also continue that. You know, MVD, you know, if you do order stuff from them, they do provide you with a poster. So here is my Swamp Thing poster. Okay, that came with my Swamp Thing. And guess what? Ski Patrol also came with a poster. And the seller was like, oh, you know, I don't know if you know what you're talking about because it came with a poster and everything. You know, it even came with a poster. Yeah, there's your poster. Yeah, which is also can be photocopied. Okay, it can be photocopied. And I would like to also point out that it is the same exact size as the other MVD poster. So, okay, well, hey, listen. So far, you bootleggers, you be batting 1,000. You be batting 1,000 so far, because if I was an ignorant novice, okay, I would totally be like, oh yeah, that's the cover. Look at that. I wouldn't notice that gloss at all. I mean, I'm telling. I really hope that the ring light is picking up the fact that they used glossy photo paper in order to make this cover. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make there. Is a real studio would not be using glossy photo paper from Kodak. Okay, that's not a thing. That's not a thing. Okay, that's faulty. But let me show you what the real problem was. So once again, I'm not even gonna go with I just wanted to show you that I do have multiple MVD titles, and I do take care of my stuff. Everything's in plastic, so no need to open up. But since I got Swamp Thing open, I might as well open up. So Swamp Thing comes with the DVD and the Blu-ray. Now, this is just the Blu-ray. This is just the MVD Blu-ray. Now, I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something here very quickly. When I take out my MVD Swamp Thing returns, the Return of Swamp Thing Blu-ray, now I'm going to see if I can do this the best way I can. If you look at it, what color you see there? Yeah, silver. Okay? Because all Blu-rays and DVDs are silver. Okay? Unless you have a bootleg. In that case, you have a burnt copy of something. Usually it is black. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. You can get silver CD writing discs or whatever, and you can get DVD writable discs or whatever. But usually a burn on demand or a fake Blu-ray will be a different color. It will not be silver, okay? Especially if the person's really trying to save a couple bucks. You know what I mean? So this is 100%. Let me put my poster back in there. This is 100% legit, okay? And because I know it's legit because I bought it from Amazon, and I bought it from. I mean, Amazon's legit, okay? So that's the bottom line. This other one came from a eBay seller who does have 100% feedback, and I'm not going to give the name because I'm not out to get the person. Matter of fact, I told him, I said, I'm not even going to ask for my money back. I'm not even going to ask for my money back because I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, I'm going to order another copy, and I'm forever going to use this as an example of what not to purchase. Well, how to help the person that works hard for a living, works hard for their money, and they're trying to provide for their family. But then, you know, you want to collect on the side too, so you want to collect a little something. But I'm going to show you what really sets this whole thing off. This just sets the tone. Now, number one, I was a little upset because the seller, I contacted the seller and I said, I don't know if you're aware or not, but you sold me a stinky tuna. That's what you sold me. You sold me a stinky tuna. And they looked at it, and the response to that was, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, well, Stinky Tuna is a company that makes pretty much bootlegs. They bootleg titles, and that's what they do. And they were doing it for a while, and then all of a sudden the company stopped, or you couldn't buy anything more from the company anymore because that's what they were doing. And I know for a while they did have Ski Patrol on their list. So what happened here was, what I'm getting from this is that this is actually what they got from Stinky Tuna. They probably got this disc from Stinky Tuna, because the funny thing is check out this disc. Ready? Here we go. What color is that disc? Black. This is a burn on demand or a burnt disc. Okay, that's what this is. This is not silver. This is a black disc. And to make it even worse, if you look at the other side, ready? Here we go. Look around the edges. You can see the blue from the company of the copy disc. So if I was to buy a bunch of these at Walmart, it would have like blue writing going all the way across, and would say Blu-ray, whatever, burnable disc or whatever it is there. So what they did is they actually they printed out a sticker, because the sticker, you can even see, if I hold this close enough, is ripply. So you can see that the copy of the sticker that goes over the actual disc itself is copied. And you can see the blue all the way around the edges. Now, comparing this to an original Ski Patrol disc that's on Google, it doesn't have that blue going all the way around it. And if I flip it around this side, you can actually see the color stuff on the inside of the disc. So this is a 100% bootleg disc. Now, I was gonna, you know, I told the guy, you know, listen, no hard feelings, you know, these things happen. May get benefit of the doubt. Maybe you made a mistake or whatever, you know. He's like, I buy lots, or she was like, I buy lots, so I really don't know what I get, but I just sell them. I said, well, I want to make you aware that you just sold me a bootleg. I do not purchase bootlegs. And then it started going back and forth, and I was like, I was just gonna let it go. I was just gonna let it go, and I was gonna be like, you know what? Maybe I can use this as an educational video to my fellow collectors, especially the older collectors. Okay, to me, I feel like a lot of times these bootleggers, they target the older collector, because there's a guy called a geriatric movie collector, whatever it is. I really enjoy him. But he's an older fella, you know what I mean? And he collects too, and he goes shopping too, and all stuff like that. And I'm not saying that this guy doesn't know his stuff. He does. It seems like he knows his stuff. But there are people out there that do not know this stuff. And the problem is that you get an eBay seller that has 100% feedback, and then you get a bootleg something, and you're not knowledgeable about what a bootleg looks like opposed to an original, you're going to get taken advantage of. Now, it's bad enough when the flippers grab something for like $3 and they flip it for like 25, but it's even worse when you find something online and these things go for originally like $16, $17 for this title itself. And I found it online, and it happened to be going for like $7, $8, $9, whatever. I think it was like $9.99 with the shipping or whatever it was. And I'm like, this is a great deal. And then you get it at home, and you open it up, and it's not what you think it is. Now, the question that the seller, now if you subscribe to this channel, which I hope you do, the question that the seller had to me is like, this thing got delivered to you on July 14th. Why all of a sudden are you contacting me now and telling me that there's a problem now? This seems very, very suspicious. This seems very suspicious. Okay, in my head I'm like, very, very suspicious. You know, I was like, yeah, because I like usually get like 20 titles in per week. I got over 100 and something titles that I've yet to even open and go through and check and watch. This one just so happened, I got lucky. I just so happened that this weekend I was like, you know what? I feel like watching Ski Patrol from the makers of Police Academy. I feel like throwing it in. And when I opened it up, I was like, oh, wait a minute here. Something's wrong. Something definitely wrong. And then when I put it in, now this was a topper. This was the complete topper. When I put the disc in my player, there was a commercial before the movie, before you can even get to the menus, for stinkytuna.com. So this was an old Stinky Tuna copy, bootleg, that they must have reprinted the covers to match the newer cover. Okay, as far as the slipcover goes, you know how simple it is to just walk into any Walmart or Target or whatever. Let me just show you something, for instance. Yeah. Let's say, and I just have this. This is ridiculous, but this was from the Dollar Tree. Okay, let's say I needed a slipcover for Ski Patrol. Okay, I walk into Best Buy, I walk into Target, I walk into whatever, and I just go like this. Okay, and then I take it up to the customer service desk, and I scan it in, because most of the time it's self-checkout anyway. Okay, I'll just scan it in, and I walk out the door, and I got a movie that I wanted and a slipcase that I wanted. It's a simple. I've seen this done on YouTube so many times. It's ridiculous. Okay, there was a guy I used to watch back in the day, and that's used to be what he used to do. That was his thing. He'd be like going to go buy a title, something that was. Let me just go random here. I'm gonna grab something else here. I got some more Dollar Tree crap over here that I haven't put away. Yeah, he would go in and he'd be like, oh man, his friend needed, let's say his friend needed a copy of The High Note. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I need a copy of The High Note, whatever. He goes, hey, you want to get that slipcover for me? He's like, well, how do I get the slipcover? Oh yeah, it's easy. You just slip it right in there, and then you take it right over the thing, and when you go to check out, you go like that. It beeped, gone. And when you get out to the car, you go, here's your slipcover, my friend. And here's your thing. Listen, I've seen it. It's an old-time trick. It's an old trick. That's been going on for years. Let me try to get this back in space. Yeah, so I had to make a video today because I was a little irritated. You know, it's like I wasn't harassing you. Okay, I did not contact you and ask you for any money back. I figured that this was a sign for me to do an educational video for my friends that collect physical media. I thought it only made sense. what I was gonna do, I was just gonna order. I paid $10 for this. Okay, I was gonna order a second one, which is like $16. I was gonna wait a little bit, maybe get a little bit cheaper. I didn't want to buy it right away. That's why I didn't buy it. And that's why I'm not comparing it side by side. But as you can clearly see, this is not the way. If you own MVD movies, and there are a lot of them, this one's number 45, so that means it's 40. This 45 is probably more than this one. So there's 44 other titles out there. I'm just picking Jack Frost and the other one because this is number 35, number 5. You know what I mean? I looked through my list. There was a whole bunch of other ones I couldn't even find. I couldn't figure out where the heck they were. Bright Lights, Big City, and a couple other ones. I could have pulled out a whole bunch of them, and I could clearly show you that you're not gonna get this. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get this gloss. This is terrible work right here. This is terrible bootleg. I really hope that the camera is picking that up, because that is not normal. Okay, there's no reasoning for a super high gloss print underneath your slipcase. Okay, there's not I can't think of anyone that's done that yet. Okay, and then then just this alone right here is the total giveaway. I mean, I got a dirty disc right over here in front of me. Let me just wipe it off a little bit. Yeah, look. I mean, come on. Just in case you guys got confused, this is what a Blu-ray is supposed to look like. This is what a burn on demand or a burnt bootleg Blu-ray looks like. Okay, that's it. This is what this video is about. So if you ever get a Blu-ray in the mail that you order and you're super excited about it, you've been wanting to get it for a while, and the deal maybe seemed a little bit too good to be true, open it up, flip the disc over. If your disc is black, your collection is whack. Okay, maybe I come with some kind of rhyme. If the disc is black, I don't know. Yeah, your collection. Yeah, something like that. Something to that nature. Yeah. Yeah. This was a straight up ripoff. That's what it was. But am I gonna I think the guy is all concerned because he has 100% feedback or whatever. He has 100% rating, and I think he's afraid I'm gonna call him out or I'm gonna post his name up over here. And I'm not gonna do that. Wonder why? Because I don't want to. Number one, I don't like to start any issues with people. Okay. I don't want to start any issues. I also don't want them to say, oh, well, you know, I told you that I bought it in a lot and I wasn't even aware, so I don't know why you made a video and outed me and now that's defamation of character or some kind of crap. Like you messed up my store, you messed up. No, I'm not trying to mess up your store. I'm not trying to mess up anything. And I even told the person, I said, because they said that they weren't aware. And I said, well, if you're not aware, then I just taught you something. Okay, yeah, obviously I'm educating you too. Okay, the seller. So because if you're a seller on eBay, you don't want to be selling people bootleg copies of stuff because you're going to get yourself in trouble. Okay, if I remember correctly, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while, but when we used to put in DVDs or VHS tapes or whatever, there used to be that warning that used to come up there and used to say like a $5,000 fine for bootlegs or copies or rip-offs or whatever the case is there. So technically, if I really wanted to get this person in trouble, I'm sure I could contact somebody and say, hey, listen, I purchased this off this guy. Go find them because they owe you $5,000. They totally just bootlegged a copy of whatever this is. This is an informational video, okay? To me, this is trash. As soon as I get my legit copy, this will go in the trash because I have no use for this whatsoever. The quality sucks. I want to let you know right now. I put it in to see if it would even play. It's got a washed out, terrible, stinky tuna commercial before it. Then the menu screen is decent and it's very nice. But then once you get to the movie itself, it's washed out. The whole thing is like a pixelated, washed out pile of garbage. Okay, and you don't want that. If you're a collector, you don't want no pixelated, washed out pile of garbage in your collection. Listen. Nowadays, with all the streaming and people just streaming everything all the time, we need to fight for our physical media. We don't need people giving physical media a bad name. And that's what this does. Stuff like this, when people are selling you garbage, okay, they're giving the physical media a bad name because you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna lose trust. You're gonna lose trust in your collection. You're gonna be like, well, you know, if I'm going to keep getting taken advantage of every time when I purchase something from Amazon or eBay or Mercari or whatever, and there's that chance that I might get like that bootleg in and get ripped off, and then I got to battle with PayPal or battle with eBay or whatever to get my money back, you're gonna give up. You're gonna give up. You're gonna be like, I'll just start streaming things. Okay, what's the use of having a collection when I have a collection of duds, a collection of duplicates, of copies, of bootlegs, of garbage? You know what's the value of this? So I'm gonna be honest with you, the value of this right now, all the value right now is in the slipcase. Okay, I could probably put this on eBay, just a slipcover, for probably about $10 and get my money back. That may be a thing. That might be how I'm going to try to get my money back. But this thing right here, I would not sell this. I would not give this away. I do not endorse, back up. I want nothing to do with a bootleg anything. If you watch this channel long enough, you know that no matter what it is, I mean, I'm a big Prince fan, big Elvis fan, big music fan in general, okay? And Elvis and Prince have tons and tons of bootleg concerts, bootleg CDs, bootleg videos, movies, and stuff like that. And the one thing that this came from Prince himself. Yes, he didn't tell me personally. He didn't tell me personally. But the one thing that Prince could not stand, and I respect the man for this, and this is why I don't endorse it, even if it's a concert that I would love to see or love to hear or love to watch, I still don't endorse it because of Prince. It's all because of Prince. He said in one of his things, he's like, I would never purchase a bootleg anything. He goes, it's an insult to the artist. And to me personally, I want the artist to make my money. I want MVD. Okay, they put a lot of hard work and they paid the company to get the rights for this movie. I want MVD to make my money. Okay, I want the people that were in this movie to make my money. When you buy something like this, the people do not make your money. Okay, it's pretty much all goes 100% into the seller's pocket. It's trash. So I always think back to Prince, and I'm like, man, you know, that guy, he put a lot. I was young when Prince came out. And I used to listen to Purple Rain over and over and over again. And I respected that man for the artist that he was, just like I respect Elvis and David Bowie and the Beatles and all of these guys. And there's no way I would ever buy a bootleg anything, no matter what it is. And like I said, I have been tempted. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that there hasn't been things by like U2 or something that I've seen, like a concert by U2, and I'm like, man, Kiss, for instance. Kiss has a lot of bootleg stuff. And I was at that concert, and I would love to see the concert that I was actually at, but it's a bootleg. And I'll pass. I'll just totally pass, because I am not going to give some, I don't know, bootleggers and flippers, I just don't see eye to eye. We don't see eye to eye, okay? If you flipping stuff for 10 times more than what you paid for it, I can't relate. And if you're stealing stuff from an artist that everybody loves, that's like the biggest slap in the face that you could possibly give to an artist, you know, or their family. Like Prince passed away, you know, you got Prince passed away, Michael Jackson passed away, and then all of a sudden you see like this live. I bought a box set once by mistake. Okay, this was a mistake, and it was actually right after Michael Jackson's passing. It looked 100% legit. Came in like this briefcase thing. It was like the complete Michael Jackson recordings. It had a barcode on it. It seemed 110% legit. Put the thing on. Literally what it was a whole pile of recorded right off of TV stuff put on like DVDs. And I was so aggravated. And then another time, which was I wouldn't say that was even worse than the Michael Jackson, because that was pretty bad. But there was another one when I bought a Beatles box set. The Beatles, it was a all black box set. I don't know if you guys remember this. I mean, if you're collectors, you'll know. It's an all black box, and it has supposed to have all the Beatles stereo studio albums. And I had this thing for over a year and had no idea that it was a bootleg. And then I started watching YouTube videos, and I started seeing that if it was an original, they don't have slits in the middle of when you open up the gatefolds. There's no slits in the middle. It's like everything's joined together. You can actually, if it's a picture of the Beatles, there's no white in between the gatefold. But the thing is, I had the thing for over a year, and I had no idea that it was a counterfeit. I had no idea that it was fake. And then good luck trying to get your money back after a year. And I never caught on to it until I started watching YouTube videos. So hopefully this video, I know I went on a little bit longer, but I wanted to explain, because this is a dangerous thing. This is a dangerous thing we're playing with here. You're totally playing with somebody's, like, I'm not gonna say livelihood, but this is, if you're a collector, man, this is your thing. You know, this is my thing. I mean, I wake up to this stuff. I go to bed to this stuff. I make a channel about this stuff. You know, this is my thing. You know, and when somebody does something, gives you a little jab, you know, and it's kind of like you just took something away from me. You took my thing away, and I couldn't do anything but to show you people what is right and what is wrong. How do I identify a bootleg counterfeit Blu-ray? That's what this episode is all about. And I'm gonna get this out as soon as possible so that you guys don't run into any more of these problems. I don't want you to go through what I just went through. And I believe into treating people the way I would want to be treated. So I'm not going to get my money back from this guy because he obviously, or she obviously, whatever it is, already has an attitude problem about it anyway. And I'm not even going to try to fight him about it. I don't care. Over $10. Listen, hey, God bless you. Okay, if you needed the $10 that bad, and if they did know about it, then hey, you know what can I say? I hope it helps you take care of your kids or something. That's all I got to say about that. If you did know about it, if you didn't know about it, now you do. Now you know about it, and hopefully you'll make you a better seller next time around, because what you sold me was trash. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate you. I'm here. Listen, I am here for you. This channel is all about us. This is no. I talk about myself, but I'm here to help you. And I will see you later. You should have saved me some.